Hey there, I'm Lindsay Lyman. After 12 years at Amazon, I learned a really powerful truth. Success doesn't wait for the perfect moment. Are you telling yourself things will get better when? When the project ends? When you have a different boss? When the economy improves? The when trap keeps talented professionals stuck for years. On this podcast, we're done waiting. I'll show you how to stop postponing your success and get the salary and title you deserve now, without working crazy hours or sacrificing your sanity. If you're ready to transform your career without starting over, you're in the right place. You guys, I'm so close to launching my coaching on demand program. It's going to be amazing. This is your way of getting coaching help without adding another meeting to your calendar. It's so affordable. You're going to get access to everything you need and be able to do it on the go. I cannot wait to tell you details. Make sure you are on the wait list, lindsaylymancoaching.com/waitlist. I'm going to offer like a 3-day crazy deal. My business coach is like, you're crazy for doing this, but I just want to help people. So make sure you're on the wait list to find out all the details when they come soon. Okay, today we are on our fourth and final segment around imposter syndrome. So remember, in the first series, we talked about it's actually not a problem to be solved. It's part of the process and something you need to experience in order to become confident in the new thing you want to do. In the second episode, we talked about what does that mean to experience it? How do you actually do it so that you can get past it? And how do you go all in on how to feel it and allow it to be there? The third episode, we talked a lot about how do you learn to be self-confident while you're feeling all of this, right? Self-confidence isn't, I can do this, I'm amazing. You haven't done it before. You're feeling like the new kid. Self-confidence is a belief in your ability to figure it out and like who you're being along the way. So go back and listen to that episode around self-confidence. We talked about the 3 main elements that make up that self-confidence. Today, we're going to dive deep into that third element of how to get your own back and like who you're being while you're making mistakes, while you're asking dumb questions, while you're taking longer to do it than others, while you're having some successes, okay? It's very well known Amazon has a set of leadership principles. And these leadership principles are what we interview people against, right? We're all assigned different leadership principles and we're asking questions to understand how do you as a person in your past experience showcase that you can live these leadership principles and make you a good fit for the company. In my 12 years there, I interviewed hundreds and hundreds of people. I honestly don't even know how many. And a very common question people would ask me when it was their turn to ask questions was something along the lines of like, which leadership principle do you think is the most important and why? And my answer has always been the same, and it still is the same today. It always comes down to the leadership principle of earn trust. Because to me, this is a foundational leadership principle. If we don't have trust, the rest of them, in my opinion, don't really matter. If I don't trust myself and my team, I'm going to over-index on ownership and I'm going to over-own things because I don't trust you're going to do it. And I'm going to take it all on myself. Or I'm not actually going to have a real bias for action because if I don't trust that you're going to do your part, I don't want to jump in and do it for you. Or I don't want to jump in and get stuck because you're not doing your part. Another leadership principle is disagree and commit. If I don't have trust with my team and myself, I'm going to do real good at the disagree part, but I'm never going to fully commit. Because why would I? I'm not going to commit to a group I don't trust. And I don't think you should. Okay, so as we're thinking about imposter syndrome, this same concept applies. To get your own back and like yourself while you're not at your best and you're probably beating yourself up, you got to learn how do you build trust in yourself, like deep trust that you feel. Most of us are terrible at this. We have good intentions, but we break our trust all the time. It's things like we set New Year's goals and it's March. How many of us are still following those New Year's goals? You tell yourself you're going to go get that one thing done today and then you don't and you just push it off till tomorrow for like the 100th day in a row. You tell yourself you're going to go to bed at a certain time, but you stop after a few days. We talk horribly to ourselves and we tell ourselves how we should be doing this and we shouldn't be doing this. And the self-talk in our head is so mean. We lie and tell ourselves it'll get better when the project launches, when we reorg, once we have a new job. So again, it's no wonder we don't really trust ourselves. We kind of lie and deceive ourselves all the time. What I have found in this work is there are 3 elements that equal trust. And there's no order of operation here in these elements, but these 3 things all need to be present in order to have trust. So if trust was an equation, trust equals transparency plus empathy plus consistency. You got to trust yourself to get through the not fun imposter growing part. Okay? You got to be transparent with yourself. You got to have empathy with yourself, and you need to do it consistently in order to have that trust. So there's a million ways to do this. And in my coaching program, we have a course that dives deep into this, but I just want to focus on one area today. Okay. Today, I want to focus on building trust through transparency by doing what you said you will do. And I mean this for you, not if you commit to deliver something by a certain date to someone. I mean, when you commit to yourself to do something, we're going to do it. Okay. 2 hiccups to getting there. 1 is setting yourself up for success. The other is learning to overcome what I call the great resistance. Let me explain. Let's look at the first one. In order for you to do what you say you will do and have that transparency and show up consistently and be empathetic for yourself, you got to set yourself up for success. What do I mean by this? Look at your schedule for today. Look at what you have on your to-do list, what you've told yourself you're going to do. Okay, side note, for the love, please have a plan for your day. Your time is the most valuable asset you have. Take care of it. Have a healthy relationship with it. That's another topic for another day, but please have a plan for your day, okay? So I just want you to look at what are the things you've told yourself you're going to do today. How do you feel about it? Not like, are you excited to do all of it? I'm guessing there's some things you probably don't want to do, but are you 100% confident it's possible and you're going to get it done? If not, if you are not like 100% guaranteed what I've told myself I'm going to do today, it's doable. You're already breaking trust with yourself if you're not there. You're not being transparent and honest with yourself. You're lying to yourself. Hope is not a strategy. It's a habit of breaking self-trust. It's a habit of lying to yourself from the get-go, from the very beginning of the day.
Quick interruption. If what you learn on this podcast is helpful, this is just the beginning. Your next step is to go and schedule a coffee chat, and we're going to dive into your specific situation. You'll leave knowing a few things you can try right away to get unstuck. And no, this is not a sales call. My goal is to help however I can. If I think coaching can help, I will tell you about it, but I'm currently on a wait list for new clients. Click the link in the show notes or go to lindsaylymancoaching.com/chat and get on my calendar. I only offer a few of these a week, and it's first come, first serve. All right, back to the podcast.
Your plan for the day of what you're going to do, what you're going to get done, what you're not going to do, it should be a no-brainer. Is some of it going to be hard? Sure. But should it all be doable? 100%. Guess what? You can always do more if you want and be proud of yourself, but start by being transparent with yourself on what is real and don't overcommit. And I'm also not just talking about this from a work sense. I'm talking about it at home as well. Are you going to put away that laundry tonight or not? Commit and trust yourself. Are you going to go to bed at a certain time tonight? Commit and trust yourself. Okay? But this is where the second part comes in, where you've got to be prepared for the great resistance that is going to be there. So to do what we say we're going to do, part 1, we got to set ourselves up for success, have a plan that's 100% doable. And part 2, you got to learn to overcome the resistance because it's going to be there. Your brain by design, is going to push you to do what's easy, feels good, and follows your same patterns as much as possible. And you will never find a better salesperson than your own brain. Resistance is the name of the game here. If you can make feeling that resistance your superpower, you've nailed it. And it's a guarantee you're going to do what you said you were going to do. So what do I mean by this? Let's say you didn't put on your plan to put away the laundry tonight because you're not 100% certain you're going to have the energy or brain power to be able to go and do that. So you're not going to do it. Okay, resistance is still going to show up. It's going to show up while you're doom scrolling in bed and your brain starts telling you you shouldn't be doing this, you should be putting away the laundry, right? You're going to start shooting all over yourself and feel that resistance. But no, if you told yourself the plan is not to put away the laundry, resistance is still there. If you told yourself you are going to put away the laundry, resistance is still there. Why? Chances are you're not going to feel like it in the moment. And your brain, who remembers the greatest salesperson ever, is going to know all the sneaky little ways to remind you it's not a big deal. It's fine. We can do it tomorrow. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying those things aren't true, but we're doing what we said we were going to do. We're building trust with ourselves. Let's say you decide to commit to a bedtime tonight, but you just saw an email come through that's important and won't take long to deal with. Enter the great resistance. It's there if you don't answer it, and it's there if you do. It's having a plan for your day and feeling the resistance when it's time to do it and you don't feel like doing it. Or there's a fire drill, or unread emails, or unread Slack messages. This means you got to get better at planning to accommodate some of those fire drills and things that happen. But we want to start building trust. You want to trust yourself that when you commit, you go all in on what you committed to do and not do. And you let the resistance to all of that be there. We're going to do this for ourselves. We're not doing this to prove anything to anyone else, but we're doing this so that you know and trust yourself. When you say yes, it's a hell yes for yourself. And others will see it and learn to trust when you say yes as well. But that's just a bonus compounding result of doing what you said you were going to do. Resistance is the hardest part. It's something you have to practice feeling and doing what you said you would or wouldn't do, and then thanking yourself afterwards for doing what you said you would do. That is a healthy, trusting relationship. When you trust you're going to do what you said you were going to do, especially when it's hard, it's so much easier to get your own back and like yourself while you're figuring it out. All right. In our next series, we're going to talk about how do you stop waiting for when, fill in the blank, things change, to start feeling better, and how do you start enjoying things and getting the results you want now. So subscribe and hang on, because what I'm going to be talking to you about, it's amazing, and it's going to change your perspective for life. So buckle up and get ready. All right, you're amazing. You got this. We'll talk soon.
Hey, you didn't schedule a coffee chat yet. Remember, that's the next step. There's so much more I can help you with. You're going to leave this coffee chat knowing a few things you can try right now, depending on your specific situation. This is not a sales call. My goal is simply to help however I can. If I do think coaching can help, I can tell you about it, but I'm currently on a wait list for new clients. Click the link in the show notes or go to lindsaylymancoaching.com/chat to get on my calendar. I only offer a few coffee chats a week, and it's first come, first serve, so don't wait. Chat with you soon.